On this day in history, July 20th, 9/11, Rollo lays siege to Chartres. Included in the following is an excerpt from the 1944 edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica going over the history of the city. Chartres, a city of northwestern France and capital of the department of Eure-et-Loir, 55 miles southwest of Paris on the railway to Le Mans. Population, 1936, 26,747. Chartres is on the left bank of the Eure, on a hill crowned by its infamous cathedral, the spires of which are a landmark on the plain of Beauce, the granary of France. The Eure, which divides into three branches, is crossed by several bridges, some ancient, and is fringed remains of fortifications, notably the Porte Guillaume, 14th century, flanked by towers. The steep, narrow streets of the old town contrast with the boulevards which encircle it and divide it from the suburbs. The Cathedral of Notre Dame was founded by Bishop Fulbert, 11th century, on the site of a church which had been destroyed by fire. In 1194, another fire made new building necessary, and the present church was finished by 1240. There have been minor additions and alterations since that time. A fire in 1836 destroyed the upper woodwork. The statuary of the portals, the stained glass of the 13th century, and the choir screen of the Renaissance are all unique. The south spire, the Clocher Vieux, 351 feet high, dates from the 12th century. The Clocher Neuf, 377 feet, was not completed till the 16th century. The cathedral is 440 feet long, its choir measures 150 feet across, and the vaulting is 121 feet high. The Abbey Church of St. Pierre, chiefly 13th century, contains fine stained glass and 12 representations of the Apostles in enamel, 1547, by Leonard Limousin. St. Martin-à-Vaux is a 12th century church. The Hôtel de Ville, 17th century, contains a museum and library. An older Hôtel de Ville is of the 13th century, and there are medieval and Renaissance houses. Chartres was one of the principal towns of the Carnutes, and by the Romans was called Autricum, from the river Autora, Ur, and afterwards Civitas Carnatum. It was burnt by the Normans in 858 and unsuccessfully besieged by them in 911. It was in English hands from 1417 to 32. It was attacked unsuccessfully by the Protestants in 1568 and was taken in 1591 by Henry IV, who was crowned there 3 years afterwards. It was seized by the Germans on October 21, 1870, and used as a center of operations. During the Middle Ages, it gave its name to a countship held by the Counts of Blois and Champagne, and afterwards by the House of Chatillon, a member of which in 1286 sold it to the crown. It was raised to the rank of a duchy in 1528 by Francis I. The town is the seat of a bishop, a prefecture, a court of assizes, and has tribunals of first instance and of commerce, and a chamber of commerce. It is a market town for Beauce. Game pies of Chartres are well known. Industries include flour milling, timber sawing, brewing, distilling, iron founding, leather manufacture, dyeing, stained glass, hosiery, machinery, etc.